All right, ladies and gentlemen, these are your words for list number 12. I'm going to go through them now with you. Don't mind the band music in the background. Hema and hemo means blood. If you are hemorrhaging, if you have a hemorrhage, you are bleeding internally. Hemoglobins are part of your blood. If you have hemophilia, it's a blood disorder. Then here and hes means to stick. This one I think just makes sense. Like if you adhere the, sticky note to the wall, you stick it to the wall, put it together. Add meaning towards, here meaning stick, so you stick toward. Cohesion, the ability to stick together. Co as in together. So you could be cohesive with a person, or you could have cohesion in a group of, wolves or something. Hereditary, that has to do with like how you're born. If you have a hereditary disease, it came through from your parents, so it's sticking with genetics. Hetero means different. We had this before. I think it's a prefix, and then now it's a root. But it means the same thing. If something is heterogeneous, it's comprised of different parts, many different elements. If you have fishing hooks that are all heterogeneous, they're all different. Then homogeneous, homo meaning same. If you have a collection of fishing hooks that are homogeneous, they are all the same or very similar. Hume and human. These words are together here, but they have some pretty different definitions. Earth, ground, and man. They don't really make sense together, in my opinion, but that's how the Latin people did it. Humus is like part of a channel in the ground. If you exhume something, you take it out of the ground, ex meaning outside of. If you are humane, you're acting with humanity towards mankind, like being kind and considerate. I'm not sure how that really, except for that it's for the betterment of the earth. If you're being humane, it's just because it's a good thing to do. Then hydra and hydro means water. If you are dehydrated, you have a lack of water. A hydrant, where you get water out of. Hydraulics is like a mechanical device historically using water. Ignis means fire. Like ignite, you start a fire. Igneous rock is formed by fire. The ignition in your car uses a spark. Ject means to throw. If you are dejected, you feel as if you are thrown away, like someone is rude to you or you feel like you don't belong there. Inject, throwing into, like you are injected with a needle when you get vaccines. Project, you're projecting your voice, throwing your voice out, or something along those lines. Eject, to throw out, again, to take out. If you eject the disc. Interject, throwing between, like you throw your ideas in the middle of a sentence or in the middle of what someone else is saying. Like if you interject in class, you're like, oh wait, I have to tell you this. Join or junct means to, join, how surprising. I think these just make sense. Like a juncture is a place where two things are meeting or joining. You could have a juncture on a desk where the leg meets the top, or a juncture between two roads where they meet. That's similar to a conjunction. Adjoining desks or adjoining houses, ones that connect or are right next to each other. Juven means young. A juvenile is a young person. To rejuvenate is to feel young again. Like people go to a spa and they say, oh, I feel so rejuvenated. And then the prefixes, legis and lex means law, as in legal, having to do with law, and legislature, the noun form of laws. Lexis means word. Your lexicon is your vocabulary, the words that you know. Lexicography, how you are writing or using words. Graph meaning to write. Lexic meaning words. Liber means free or book. Again, these are two different things unless you think like reading and knowledge from books gives you the freedom to make educated decisions, which that does make sense. And I think that's probably where it came from, because many people who were educated historically were educated just through books. Even the school systems weren't always that great. But if you had a good library, you could learn about anything, historically anyway. Liberty is freedom. Liberal, you're free with whatever you're doing, like you're liberal with your words or liberal with the salt, or you freely use it, sometimes too much. And then locus is a place, like a locality is just the local area, that place. Like local, if you are local, you are from that place. Circumlocution, sorry, I was just thinking, because circum means around. Circumlocution, I think, is if you're talking around something. I don't think that makes sense here. Well, maybe, you're talking around, I guess, the main topic, the place where the conversation started. And the last prefix, macro, means large. Macroeconomics, you're looking at the economy in large scales, like whole countries. Ship, the suffix means state of, quality, or office. Friendship is the state of being friendly. Assistantship, the office of being an assistant. Some, like, or apt, or tending to. If you are lonesome, you are apt to be alone. Gruesome, apt to be groose, which we don't say anymore. Tude, state of, condition of. Gratitude is the state of feeling gracious, which is another one of your words, grat. Aptitude, the state of being apt, being able. Your, act, process, or rank. Like literature is the state of being literate? Not really. Literature, it has to do with literacy, the ability to read. Rupture, the process of rupting, that one makes sense. Or rapture, the process of being enwrapped with something, wrapped with something, excited by it. And then word, your last word, in the direction of, this one I think is pretty obvious. If you're going eastward, you're going in the direction of east. Downward, you're going in the direction of down, etc. And these are your words for this week. So let me know if you have any questions.